done with basketball just yet for this week. New feature we're going to roll out here real quick.
Love these features.
You like these? Yeah, you like doing these? Yeah, they're kind of fun. Something different. Something different. Sidekick and I decided last week that what we would do is we'd take a look at the best and worst sporting events or moments that have occurred in our lifetime. Preferably ones perhaps maybe that we've seen ourselves. And so in recognition of the NCAA Tournament beginning this week, we thought what would be that this would be a good time to take a look at what we feel were the greatest moments in our lifetime or that we witnessed in basketball. And so I'm going to start it off. What do you got, Sidekick? What's your greatest moment? I know you're such a big basketball aficionado.
Well,
I know, I'm joking.
But there was one that actually stuck out to me, that I witnessed, I remember, was very prominent that I remember. And that was the 95 through 98 Chicago Bulls on their second three-peat.
Yep.
And obviously second because they did it from 91 to 93. Yep. And then they followed, Jordan retired. They followed it up with the second one from 96, 98, or 95, 96 season through 98.
Season. Yep, right.
And during the second three-peat, they had a 72-10 record, which is the best record so far in NBA history. Jordan got the Triple Crown. He was the MVP for the regular season, the All-Star game, and for the finals. Wow. Additionally, Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman were elected to the All-Defensive First Team. They're the only team in NBA history to have three players elected to the All-Defensive First Team. And, looking back at it, yes, you had Rodman that was kind of the loose cannon and stuff. Yeah. But what made the Bulls so good was that there was not a lot of this, what you see now in basketball with LeBron James and, some of these, Kobe's where it's me. The Bulls played as a team. Yeah. You talk about Jordan and Pippen, and then you talk about the bench that the Bulls had during that time, and they all played well together. So that's my...
Well, it's interesting because back particularly in the later 90s when all of that was going on, when their second repeat, as you refer to it as, their second three-peat, a lot of the comparisons were being made, and of course I remember those years, the 80s years of the LA Lakers, and a lot of comparisons were being made of the Bulls to the Lakers. And when you take a look at what the Bulls did there in the 90s, during that entire decade of the 90s, you got to think to yourself, this could probably never be repeated again. To have one team win 6 championships within a period of basically 8 years is absolutely incredible. And as you point out, it's such a me-centered league anymore that I don't know if it's even possible that you would see that sort of thing. So it truly is amazing in that respect. I also, too, think that you hear so many comparisons today to, LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. I I mean, seriously, there's no conversation. No. It's Jordan, man. Really?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, you know, I'm a little bit of a LeBron. MVPs. I'm a little bit of a LeBron hater. Yeah, and I you know, just because it's the me center, you know. Yeah. Is the whole my issue, you know, the show, you know, saying, hey, I'm leaving Cleveland and I'm going to Miami. Yeah. Come on, get over yourself.
Well, you know, people say, well, you know, LeBron would have to win 3 more championships in order to be put into the same category with Michael Jordan. It would seem to me you'd have to win 5, wouldn't you? He had 6. Yeah. You'd have to win 5. So, I don't know.
Not to mention all the awards and stuff that Jordan accrued over that.
Michael Jordan was without a doubt the greatest basketball player in my lifetime for sure. All right, so where would mine go? Well, I seriously considered, I'm going to tell you, talking NBA championships, I seriously considered making it the 1983 NBA championship, where my Philadelphia 76ers did away with the LA Lakers 4-0 in the finals. But the more I kind of thought about it, the more I had to go to the NCAA, which I really consider to be the purest form of basketball. And I'd have to jump the calendar up then 2 years to 1985 and the astounding Rollie Massimino-led Villanova Wildcats NCAA championship against John Thompson's Georgetown Hoyas in 1985. Now, I got to state this right out front. I'm not a Villanova fan and wasn't then, but they were the last Philadelphia team standing in the NCAA tournament, and so I ended up, obviously, like a lot of Philadelphians, rooting for them. And to consider that they entered what was, and think about this one for a moment, 1985 was the first NCAA 64-team NCAA tournament. That was the first one, 1985. They entered that as a number 8 seed, and it's truly amazing. No one expected them to do what they did. On the road to their final, they beat Dayton, Michigan, Maryland, North Carolina, Memphis State, and finally Georgetown by a score of 66-64. 6 teams from Rollie Massimino's team in that 1985 team were later drafted in the NBA. They included Ed Pinckney, Dwayne McClain, Gary McClain, Harold Priestley, Chuck Everson, and Harold Jensen. All made it into the NBA in subsequent years. Now, if I could only have a chance before I depart to see my LaSalle Explorers do something similar, that would become the greatest ever, truly. But to me, it was just exciting to watch that Villanova team, because with each round that went through, all of us, I think many of us right here in the Philadelphia area, even Villanova fans, were saying, oh, okay, this is going to be the one that's going to knock them off. Oh, okay, they're going to lose this one. I mean, I will never forget the round when they went up against North Carolina. Nobody thought that they were going to beat North Carolina. And, to move forward as they did, just an absolutely incredible event that occurred. And I make that my greatest basketball.